To view your holiday and absence settings, first you have to go to the Settings tab. Then, the tab at the top will take you to your holiday and absence settings. In here, we can set the default normal working hours daily, the default working pattern. Working patterns can be created from this list. To create a work pattern, simply click on the list and go down to Add New Work Pattern. From here, we can clone details from an existing work pattern. We can give this new work pattern a name. The key fields here will be the hours field and the days field. The hours field will correspond to the hours worked for each day, and the days field will result in days holidays lost should this day be booked for annual leave. The start, end and break can be entered for display purposes, but will not affect anything else in the system. If you have rotating work patterns, you can also add several weeks to one work pattern. Once your work pattern is saved, you will now be able to select it from the list. You'll have to enter a reason for setting the default. Below this, we can set the maximum duration of consecutive annual leave, the maximum holiday carryover in days, and the maximum holiday carryover in hours. We can set your company's holiday year and the default public holiday template. To create a new template, simply select the list and select Manage this list. Then click the plus icon to create a new template. Then give the template a name, and then click the Add Day button to add the days in the year for these public holidays. We can then select the date from the calendar, and then give this a name. And the rest can be done for all of the other public holidays that appear in the year. Then save it. Click Done. Now you can select your new public holiday templates from the list. England and Wales will always be populated by PeopleHR. Below here we can specify whether the total holiday entitlement is inclusive of the public holidays or not. And below here we can see the box that states the percentage factor that's used for anyone that accrues holidays based on hours worked. Below there is the option to enable a holiday return to work form alert. And below there we can see the option to authorize holidays from email. In the toil period box is where you can enter the default number of weeks in which all toil will expire in the system. Then we can enable Bradford factor display. When we do enable, we can opt to enable alerts regarding when individuals hit a trigger value within the Bradford factor. We can also decide whether we want to apply the work pattern to other events so that entitlement can be reduced from non-working days. And then below here we can decide the calculation rolling period for Bradford factor. The box below shows you each trigger point and its lower and upper values for Bradford factor, and the alert that corresponds to each section as well. We can hit the edit button to edit any of these values and what we wish the action to say. And then very lastly, we have the length of service rules. To create length of service rules that reward in annual leave in the system, simply click the Add button. Give the rule a name. State what the maximum annual leave entitlement can be come the end of the rule. And then add the rule itself. Here we state how many extra months rewards how much extra entitlement, either days or hours. For example, this rule states that 12 months of service rewards 1 day of annual leave. And simply add the rule and save it.